Loved that it was a film adaptation of a piece of art. I've seen very little film adaptations of art pieces before, and I think that this film did a really great job with that. I love that the film's purpose was to display this artist's street art, and I think they did a really great job with that. I think the music also made this film really great. It really pulled together these art pieces and displayed them for us in a beautiful way. Um, the story behind this was simple, but it worked. About a woman who is, fearful of chalk and has this CALXOPHOBIA, and then learns to love it. This is also a film that looks really great. I think the cinematography was really well done, especially that's especially needed when the purpose of the film is to display these beautiful art pieces, and I think the cinematography did a great job of displaying them as well.
I like how there is no dialogue in this short, and we are led by the music and the physical theater of her body movements and her facial expressions. I like how she is going on a quest throughout the short. It is clear that she is in a state of discovery and questioning. What I like about the fact that there's no dialogue is that it represents what people or what would be happening in real life when someone is trying to figure something out. It mostly happens in the mind as you're thinking about things, and that's what's clearly shown here.
I love her desire to conquer fear. And I did like how it felt like the chalk street art was following her, but also leading her somewhere, which ended up being leading her to this place that gave her the tools to be able to conquer her fear. Um, and I thought it was very interesting, the imagery in the ending drone scene where she's laying in the middle of all this figurine street art as the camera sort of rises above her. I thought that was very visually impressive. But I would be interested to see this go even farther because, what does she do in the school? Like, how does she deal with chalkboards? Like, I would have loved to see a hopscotch on the street. Like, just, it was very artistic, but it just started making me think of all the other places where chalk is and like, how does she do? But I would have loved to see a hopscotch because when I think of chalk on the street, I definitely think of hopscotch.
I really like the understated performance by the lead, small, genuine reactions. The camera work was smooth and fluid, and the film had excellent pace. The pulsing soundtrack gave the piece an effective and rather ominous feel, which really worked. I've never heard of this type of phobia before, so the well-done drone scene was eye-opening and shocking to me. I also thought the business casual wardrobe and the downtown setting were quite appropriate.
I like the action telling the story, no dialogue needed here. It was new to me, the fear of chalk. But I enjoyed how the filmmaker used the chalk outlines on the street, something sad, showing her fear, but inspiring her to look it up. And finding the Keith Haring pieces in the art book was so interesting. The shift in her thinking and giving her a new perspective on what it really means. That was very, very smart. And she's no longer afraid.
I enjoyed how this short film acts a bit like a silent film. It gives an opportunity for the urban landscape to really shine, the really great architecture, the colors, the shapes, even the weather, and just the energy of the city and the energy within the art. I think it's really cool how the character embodies this fear and then kind of reads and has an appreciation for art forms in a different way that challenges that fear. I think it makes for an interesting character arc within this concept, and overall an interesting exploration visually.
I see a lot of art here, from the chalk drawings to the paintings on the wall of the bookstore to the drawings in the book and the monuments across town. Some of them are even explicit, like in the book, with showing someone's genital areas. It ends with her breaking her fear of chalk drawings and becoming one with them. I think it's a very mindful piece and peaceful piece to watch. We get a variation of mixed shots, wide shots of her looking across town, and close shots of the chalk drawings. There's an abundance of diversity and unique art styles, and it all blends and works in together.